The Libyan rebel fighter collapses to the ground during a firefight in Misrata. Shrapnel has ripped through an artery in his leg and he's rapidly losing blood. He's dragged into an abandoned building that doubles as an emergency operating theatre. As medics battle to save the man's life, they come under fire again. The patient dies moments after being smuggled from the building. These graphic images, captured by freelance photographer Andre Leon, provide a startling insight into the conditions that health workers have to operate in current conflicts. A report published by the Red Cross claims that attacks on health facilities and personnel are becoming increasingly common. The spotless buildings and manicured grass of its headquarters in Geneva are a long way from the war-torn streets of Misrata, but the staff here are all too aware of the changing nature of conflict. The organisation has been chronicling the effects of conflicts on all aspects of life since its formation. Pictures from its archive reveal that health workers have always been at the heart of most major battles. Its director of operations believes that protecting health workers and the infrastructure they need to work is essential in any civilised society.
We've really become increasingly concerned about the high levels of violence that affect the provision of healthcare in war zones around the world. Actually, based on the work that we do in many conflict zones around the world, the close proximity to people, we've come to believe that this is one of the biggest humanitarian challenges and at the same time one of the most overlooked that we currently face.
The former Surgeon General of the British Armed Forces says one of the main challenges health workers face is convincing warring parties of their neutrality.
There is no wounded enemy, there is no wounded Taliban, there is but a wounded patient. That is not that difficult to actually maintain that neutrality as defined in that sense. Do those doctors, when they see things happening that ought not to be happening, that they don't think should happen, and perhaps there would be general agreement they shouldn't happen, do they speak out? Because the moment they speak out, they have become partisan.
During the conversation, he recalled conditions during a battle in World War II.
The main British hospital in the battle for Arnhem was actually on the front line between the Germans and the British. And the hospital occupied the top floor and carried on functioning, and the fighting occurred on the bottom floor. But both the Germans and the British respected neutrality of the area that was actually reserved as the hospital. And it was on the basis that they did not participate in any military activities at all.
The current conflict in Afghanistan has been going on for almost a decade. For 2 years, Michael Hoffman from Médecins Sans Frontières was at the heart of the action. He believes that medics can only operate if there's no military presence whatsoever.
It is the old concept of the gun-free hospital. This concept was there for a reason. Once there is guns inside the hospital is no longer a neutral zone, and it will get attacked by different military forces.
From the field hospitals that were in place during the Russian-Turkish War in 1877 to the emergency operating theatres that are hastily created in modern conflict zones, medical staff have always been at the heart of major battles. In the majority of conflicts, their neutrality has been respected, but now the Red Cross believe health workers are in danger of becoming war's first casualties.